back to my channel. Thank you for being here. So I'm working on a baby bottle for my grandbaby. So first things first, we are going to tape off the top of it. I do not want any issues screwing on the baby bottle lid. Always bend down your tape so it's easier to take off. Okay. So what I'm planning on doing, I've already cleaned it off with alcohol. And I've got stuff on my tray again. There's a bug. Okay, so we're going to do the tack it and tack it over and over. We'll get this on there. I do not water it down. I know a lot of people do. I don't see the benefit. I know it does stretch it, but I don't bother with it. So we will let that dry. And we will come back to ombre it. Okay, so the bottle is now dry. It's just a little tacky. So what we're going to do is we are going to make a pink, I've told you, a pink and iridescent ombre. So we're going to use this iridescent. I bought all of my glitters I bought a long time ago. I've had them for a long time. See, second iridescent. And then what I've got here is just to try this. Tray is it's pretty handy. You funnel it back into your jars, but the glitter does stick to it. So what I do is I use these sheets, the Dollar Tree sheets, and they have been cut to fit. So what I'm going to do is, and then I don't know if you've ever seen this method, but this is a tea diffuser. And this method is how I have always done ombres. So now, the way it works is you take this tea diffuser and you fill it with a mixture of the two colors you're wanting to ombre. And then, so what we'll do is we'll put like the iridescent pink down here and the iridescent white up here, and then we'll sprinkle this ombre right through the middle so that the ombre is created because you've mixed your glitters. So it is a little bit messy, but it works. So now this is where it gets a little tricky. So I've got a little glass jar here because it's a little heavier than these little plastic things because of that right there, the little tippage. So what you want to do is you want to put it in this end because there are no holes. And then carefully put your lid thingy back on so you don't. And these little trays are for when you're using tea, but of course it's not tea. Now, let's do a couple more of these cups so I don't make more of a mess than I need to. I'm sure that's way too much, but all right, here we go. So we're going to put the pink down here. And I didn't tell you, but I don't want a whole lot of coverage because it's glass, and I want it to be I want it to be still translucent. So there is something dark there. Oh no, that's so. Clean this up now. And if you don't use these makeup brushes, you are missing out. They are wonderful to clean almost everything out. And yes, I know there's some down in there. Okay, so okay, so make sure I got some on the bottom there. I believe I've got it all covered. I'm looking at it in the light over here in my room. So. All right, so that's pretty much what I want. So let's do the ombre. Now, so that's pretty much what I was going for. Now we're going to burnish it here in just a second. Get this cleaned up. So let me get this all cleaned up and we will burnish it. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to burnish this. Okay, so if you've never burnished, to me is so satisfying. You just, since you put the tacket on there, it's just going to make it very iridescent. There we go. And I'm not doing it hard. I'm just enough to lay down that glitter. I just brush it off into the trash can. So that is what we've got. So you can see a little bit of the ombre. So there's that. We are going to put a thin coat of epoxy on this little cup. Let it dry, and then we'll move on. Let me get the epoxy mixed up. Okay, so now I just want a little tiny coat on this cup, so I am literally going to do it a little time. Now there's some call this the hang method, but this is the way I started out doing epoxy because I didn't have turners. I didn't have anything. So I would literally put gloves on and paint it on with my finger and let it hang dry. Which is probably why it's called that. Such a finicky. I need to get a new one. That'll be good for now. And I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I don't want it to epoxy on too. The tumbler, and that would be a pain in the butt to have to scrape off. So I'm going to let that spin and cure. And then we will put a decal on it for her. So I don't know if I have that in view. So now it kind of looks dark at the top, but that's the foam. And you can see a little bit of difference there, but I don't know. When we take the foam out, we'll see. Alrighty, we'll be back. Okay, so now we've got the baby bottle turning. So I still have my mask on because we're right in front of the baby bottle. We're still in the same room, and I'm just going to protect myself. So we are now going to make the Mama Bear tumbler, one for Mama. And I can spray paint this, I know, but I just don't feel like it. I feel like painting. dry it, and we'll put another coat of white, because I want the white to be fairly coated before I put the next color. And I think I'm going to do blue or purple. So I know Mama likes, pretty sure purple is her favorite color. Okay. So, coat number 2. Okay, so I think I've decided that instead of painting it again purple, we're going to do this iridescent purple. So it kind of coordinates with the babies. So, and with this one, I wanted the babies to be somewhat, or quite a bit, translucent. But this one, I want to be kind of dark. So I will be doing 2 coats of the tack it over and over. I want to make sure that we have a really good coat on there. I think I've got a pretty good coat on here. Go ahead and get it to dry. And we'll be right back and we'll do another coat. Okay, so we're going to do one more coat of this. Okay, let's see if we can get this done pretty quickly. Okay, that's about as good as it's going to get. So let's just burnish it. There. I'll just have to make sure to cover that back up. Okay, and now as you can see there's a huge mess here. I'm going to clean up the splitter and we will be back. I'll probably be back when it's time to put the decals and stuff on both of them. Okay, so we are back and these have cured. This is the baby bottle, as you can tell. I went ahead and put the decal, the measurement decals, I had to, there's no markings on the bottle. So in order for me to make sure that it was correct, I put 1 ounce of, I used alcohol, but 1 ounce of liquid in, and then I lined it up. I lined it up with where the 1 ounce was. So, so I wanted to make sure that that was correct, because we don't want the baby bottle to have incorrect measurements. All right, so, and then this is, so now there's a little chip there. I trimmed off the edge up here because I wanted to make sure that there was not going to be any problem with the cap screwing on. And then there's also, let me go ahead and show you what there's. So the kit, I get the kit off of Hog, and I believe they are being discontinued. So I got them as they were being discontinued. So if you want them, good check. I don't know. I have no idea if they're still there or not. But it comes with like a little handles and a bottle lid. So that's what it'll be. So I wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be any problem with either one of these screwing on. So I just took off that edge. So, and we're going to keep it right there. So what I was thinking about doing was around the top there, I've got some of this lace tape. It's washi tape. I'm thinking about putting it like right there, all the way around, just to give a little like femininity to it, you know, preciousness, because she is so precious. But then that way it wouldn't be really wild. And I might could leave a little bit of a gap, and yeah, it will cover up some of the numbers, but I'm not too worried about that. And I could also have, okay, sorry about that, I put you in a pause so I wouldn't be rattling paper a whole lot. So this is, it's glaring, but it's actually iridescent. I don't know if you can see the iridescence. So I was thinking using that, stripping that and putting it along the top there. So I'm definitely going to put this on there. And I might, if there's, looks like there's plenty, I might go around the bottom as well. So let me go ahead and cut some strips of this. If I don't use it, that's fine, because I am definitely going to use it on Mom's. And that was another reason why I thought I would put it on the baby bottle, so they kind of coordinate a little bit. So you know, we've got the iridescence coordinating. So if I don't use it on babies, I will use it on Mom's. So I'm gonna go ahead and make these strips, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've cut several pieces of the iridescent. Can you tell? Yeah, I think you can see it's iridescent now. So I think what I'm going to do is this. Oh, look at that, all tangled up. So before I actually put it down, I'm going to line it up where I think I want it. Like that. And let's see. I think I like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So that will be I'll put the two together a little bit. So just precious, soft and gentle. All right. Okay, I changed my mind again. So I'm going to use the same pink that's in her name. I just think that that is going to look so much softer and precious than that harsh. As much as I love iridescent, I just think that that's a little harsh compared to how delicate the bottle looks. Yeah, you can leave a comment, let me know which one you would have done, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do the pink. I just think that that's going to be so, I think I'll be happier with that. So we're going to do that. So where I'm getting ready to epoxy them. So this is the baby bottle. Got the trim on both the top and the bottom. So I hope you can see that okay. And then Mama Bear. Come on. And this is Mama Bear's. It's very simplistic. That is it. So I'm going to epoxy them and then we'll be back when they're finished. All right, so the tumblers are finished. Here is the baby bottle. So, and then here is the Mama Bear cup. Very simplistic. Wasn't going to be all that wild and crazy. So anyway,